everyone, it is me,
Hey
Lily Stuff,
everyone,
joined by Jordan.
it is JP
And
here.
we and welcome back to the weekly Eurovision fam stream.
Mhm.
Um, it's cold
We,
outside, but things are heating up in
yeah.
the Eurovision world.
Mhm.
So I guess we'll be talking about that. Like just saying hello to everyone. Hello to
Hi,
you.
hi.
Yes. And then hello. Welcome. Oh my gosh. Welcome back. Hello chat. Hello fancy pants. How are y'all
Hello, Fancy
today?
Pants.
Um, okay, so we're gonna be talking about things. We got stuff that
Uh-huh.
happened yesterday. Luxembourg had their national final. Lithuania started with theirs. So we're gonna be kind of focusing on results from yesterday and then talking
Uh-huh.
about what's coming up this upcoming week.
Mhm.
Which we have Supernova next. The semifinal for Supernova is on Saturday
Sa
of next week,
Saturday,
and
yep.
Melodifestivalen starts next week too.
Ah!
And of course, we had not Belgium. Oh my gosh, Bulgaria's whole situation going on too.
Yes.
But of course,
Yes, we did.
we always start with site articles.
Mhm.
And this week we had the article "Turning Up the Sound" on Luxembourg, which is a
Mhm.
play on last year's song. And that kind of segues us in nicely because we had Luxembourg's result as well. So that article kind of
Mhm.
details some stuff about the artist and the songs that were competing in Luxembourg Song Contest. But hey, at this point, we've got the song and we have the result. So Mother Nature by Eva Marija won, which I was surprised by. I'm not
Yes.
gonna lie, I was so confident last week. I was like, oh, it's either gonna be this one or that one.
Mhm.
And neither one of those songs made it to the super final.
It was
Um,
interesting,
so
yeah.
yeah, Mother
We
Nature along with sorry, don't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, no, no. Please do continue. I was cutting you off.
So I was gonna say Mother Nature along with Sweet Tooth by Steve Castile and Bad Decision Hush Hush by Irem were the two who made it to the or the three that made it to the super final, with
Mm,
ultimately Mother Nature coming out on top. Um,
yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, so what do I have to say about this song? I really like how they took a lot of the key elements from the staging in 1944 and said it perfect.
Okay.
Yes, for this song. Yes. We want the tree, we want those roots. Um, but the song itself, it is very different from anything I've heard sent to Eurovision. It is very junior Eurovision in my opinion, and that's just
Yeah,
because there
it's
the explicit aspect toward Mother Nature. But hey, like Eurovision or like in the Luxembourg Song Contest by proxy and this selection of songs very family friendly. That is the point. Everyone should be able to vote and have their say in the song that they want to send. I I don't even think I have a full opinion of the song yet. I've heard it maybe just 3 times, but even then, hearing it
yeah.
3 times, you think you would glean something out of it. I don't know. Like I don't think I've accessed it yet, but give it time, I guess.
Yeah. It needs a revamp to make any kind of impact, I feel like, because I've heard it more than 3 times and the
Mhm,
melody, where's it at? Visually it was interesting to look at and she sounded good.
mhm,
So I think that's probably what propelled her up to the win, is just she had a good vocal performance.
mhm.
Like somebody already said, when it came to the two I thought were gonna do better. Prison Dorday was a mess. It was a mess live. I'm like, what are we doing, babe?
Luzak needs to stop
What is
getting
this
songs where
staging?
he has to sing up here because he's singing up here the whole time. Like, no, like we need a
Yeah.
song that's lower in his register that he could deliver more confidently because these songs vocally sound insecure. And I'm
Also, like,
not to dog on his skill. He just needs a better song.
yeah. I was gonna say the styling was a choice. Why are we dressed like a flasher?
Oh,
Um, that's
I mean
it.
the trench
Um,
coat. Like, I don't know. We're inside. Like, you take your coat off. Um, but
yeah. And then what Fancy Pants has to say, Justice for Doris, she was gorgeous vocally, but was stunning. Honestly,
I don't think it was about
The
singing.
costuming was giving. It was thinking about. It made me think of Tato Maitis' costuming from last year.
Yeah,
Not gonna
I see
lie.
that. I see what you mean.
It's the same kind of like water nymph fairy vibe.
Mhm.
Again, the song vocally was not where it needed to be, and I think that's what with those two in studio, they stood out a lot. Boss says Justice for Shiro Kuro. I think that was the one I liked the most live,
Yeah,
personally.
me too. They delivered
I was like, oh,
it how they expected, but that was good. Like, I mean, yeah,
they really elevated it for me live. I think it works better
really.
live than it did in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, like in studio, I was like, oh my God, really? Are we doing this? But live, I was like, I can deal with this, you know?
Yeah.
Things I could not deal with live. Sweet Tooth. Why are we having this Team Jacob staging?
Not Team
All I could
Jacob.
think of was Team Jacob.
Ooh,
It was
baby.
werewolfy. I mean, to be fair, I hang out in the Omegaverse space, so that's the more family friendly way of going Team Jacob rather than, I don't know, I had my alpha of the pack mark me as his mate. We could go that way too, but I feel
Oh.
like that's worse.
Oh, we could go that way.
I don't even do heterosexual Omegaverse. Okay, I refuse. In the Omegaverse, we only do het if it's female alpha, male omega in this household. Okay. Other than that, no. Baz already knows what's up. Oh my God, yes. Theater Kid Overdose, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of
It was
nostalgic in
giving
that
Theater Kid.
sense. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was like watching Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, starring David Hasselhoff.
Oh my gosh, what a memory. But
I'm sorry.
it was lacking a necessary charm. I feel like there was some
Yeah.
kind of charisma that the performance needed to really be convincing of it. And I guess they convinced all 6 people in Luxembourg to the second highest degree. But as a song itself,
Why did he play so high? At least he sounded good. I'm not gonna lie.
yes.
He has a good voice on him.
He does. I just like,
Mm-hmm.
is it bad that I kind of want something sexy with that voice? Like, if you have that kind of
No, it
voice,
isn't, because that's what we should have been getting with that voice.
that's
Is
what.
something sexy.
Yeah.
What we got was theater. Yeah. So other one that made the super final was Iram with Bad Decision, Hush Hush. I get why this was there. It was a pop girly. It was performed well. It was dynamic live. It was visually interesting to look at. Yeah.
I remember nothing about that song. It just doesn't quite seem like things fit together for me. And given the
Uh-huh.
rest of the selection, I do understand why there was just a touch more cohesion. But mm, they could have been any 3 in that super final. I'm sorry. It could have been any
No,
3.
100%. Also, I'm anti super final personally because I feel like with a
Yeah.
super final, you're always going to get the most bland option.
hmm
That being said, I wouldn't necessarily call Mother Nature bland. I think it's not
No.
necessarily. It'll do well enough. I might qualify. We don't have anything. It may qualify, but juries are back, and that's going to help this out. And the fact that
Yeah.
juries are back in the semis.
hmm
Yeah.
And I think like they could have that type of strength if they angle it in the direction of marketing it toward a younger audience. Because when I say this is
Mhm.
more junior, I'm saying that in kind of terms of what can make this more successful. And with kind of like the Mother Nature image of that, you could get some really nice AI staging for it that could
Oh
kind of like
God! Don't get
sharpen.
AI staging.
No, but
Pay an actual
you know that that's
animator.
what they're gonna do. You know that that's what they're gonna do
Yeah.
because they're trying to save money now. Because I mean, where's the budget gonna happen with all the controversy? Anyways, I do see nice AI greeny type staging. Maybe like throw some oceans and mermaids in there. Yeah, that can happen.
I don't think we're going to go that way. I think it's going to focus more. I think we're going to get a lot of focus on the trees, and things like that. I don't think we're going to get mermaid levels.
No, that's fair. That's fine. But it's I just see that happening. I just really see that happening, and I'm not sure if I'm not sure what the revamp is going to change about it, because as a song
Hmm.
itself, I don't feel like there's a lot of things to, unless you want to bring the chorus down into like your chest register instead of head voice, because I kind of find the head voice chorus, like I feel like that might not be super accessible to folks. I want like a deeper sound with that, especially with kind of a mm, like a message that carries a little bit more seriousness than like a confidence party vibe. It is a little more serious, but it's hopeful. It's really hard to tell. I've heard this song countless times, it feels like, but I really don't get anything substantial out of it yet.
It needs just some reworking. It could be made more dynamic, and I think that's what has to happen. Um, I don't know. I don't have any other thoughts about Luxembourg. It's my biggest thought is just go internally, Luxembourg, please.
Mm-hmm.
Just go internal. Save the money. Like you put on a good show, but I'd rather you just go internal. If like every year we're gonna get like a list of songs that make you go, those are songs.
Yeah, like that was 3 minutes. That was 3 minutes. There's very little artistic curation in the Luxembourgese, like a Luxembourgish entries. I've noticed. I haven't found one single song in the last three national finals that felt like there was something artistically distinct about the performer's time when they were delivering a number. They just kind of felt songwriting camp, and this is not any exception to that, even though I do regard it as the best performance and song. I don't like the vacuum space that's left every time that they select a winner, because it doesn't really feel like anything is of note at the end of it, and that's kind of a shame.
Yeah. All right. So Lithuania started their national final. Up the three qualifiers. Well, two qualifiers that are going on to the final are "Stand Up" by Noi and "Ikona Zamaite" by Rigal or Rugel. And then "One Night Lover" by Thomas G. Not Thomas Gson, just Thomas G. Is what's making it onto the wild card round. Did you walk through any of this at all?
Did I walk through any of this?
Did you
I
watch? I personally
this was a
enjoy whatever
Lithuanian heat. This was a Lithuanian
it
heat.
was. It was. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
but the staging was good. Like everyone looks good and professional on stage. Song wise, I don't mind. Like I don't hate any of. Well, actually, I kind of like low key can't stand the "One Night Lover" because it's so cheesy. It's so
Yeah.
Leisure Suit Larry. I'm like, at least
Oh.
that's going on to the wild card round,
Mhm.
where that's where that needs to go and stay. But yeah, the other two Stand Up, like it was some Lithuanian lyrical choices. I'm not gonna
It
lie,
was. And some Lithuanian like dubstep breakdown type of thing
which
that they love
it
to throw,
wasn't
just like
bad
all those.
though.
It didn't really suit it, but it didn't cause it to be ultimately jarring. It was not
Uh-huh.
that bad. It's probably my favorite Noise song, given his last like three
Yeah,
performances. It was probably the most accessible and engaging for me. The styling though, like ah,
his
but
hair. We
that's
need to have a conversation. We need to have a curly girl hair routine sent to Lithuania, possibly. It just like it was like it's so heavy. Like, can we get a diffuser? Let's lighten that up a little bit. I'm not against a curly mullet. A curly mullet is an awesome look, but let's lighten that up a little. And then with Ikora Zamaite by Regal. So from what I've read online, it was giving to Lithuanians a school project lyrically. And
okay.
I'm like, oh, okay. Because Ikona Zamaite is a author. And then like
Okay,
the
I did not know
background
that.
was like
Mhm,
the background, I kept seeing like flashes of like Chicago. I'm like, why Chicago?
mhm.
And then I don't know, because like if when I think of Lithuanians and I think of Chicago combined into one, I think of The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. And I don't think that's what they were going for. I mean,
No, but
I
that
could
that
be
could
wrong.
be. I don't mind that angle for it, weirdly. I feel like they could play around with that a little bit, honestly.
Whose limbs are going to end up in the sausage? I wonder. I say that.
Brassy.
That book is about more than that. That book is just about immigration in general and like
Mhm,
slumlords and things. But in school, you hyper focus on the meat packing industry.
mhm. The
Why
American
do I
school
keep putting
system,
this on?
everybody.
I mean, it.
We are products,
Never mind.
but
Yeah. So yeah, and then it's fine. It was a Lithuanian heat. I'm looking forward to seeing where we go because I tend to like what happened in Lithuania.
so
I
do
think
I.
like since they've revamped the national final, they've ended up with two really good songs.
Mhm.
And it's an interesting show to watch. And one more
I
moment, Fancy Pants has to say, justice for Asta. It was her 12th attempt. She failed once again.
I was actually gonna
She'll
bring
make
that.
it one day. I believe in her.
I was gonna bring that song up. I feel like Aista is the Mariette of Lithuania because she'll always be back when you expect her, or at least expect her. She is a mature woman singing barefoot a song that doesn't look like it suits her, but she is out there giving up 100 anyways, doing choreography you've never
Yeah.
seen before. So that is Mariette to me. I feel like she is the Lithuanian Mariette. Let's hope at the very least she will have her time to shine because I like Aiste. Okay, I like that woman. she she deserves
No,
it. Yeah.
I do too. I tend to like whatever she brings too.
Yeah.
I just, one day she'll
That
make it.
that like random urban beat and that like get away from me kind of choreography. Like I was thoroughly entertained. That was the one song that I went back and watched. And I was like, what actually happened during that? And I still don't know. So the fact that I can't answer that question, someday I will be able to, Aista. Come back.
I believe in you. I believe you'll be able to do it one day. Um, and then Mark Guy, Lithuanian heats are intense, but I really enjoy them. By the time the final, I really oh wait, I'm sorry. Let me actually read correctly. Lithuanian heats are intense, but by the time we get to the final, I really enjoy them. I do
Mhm.
too. I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
people talk down on what Lithuania does, you know?
But like it's quality. At the end of the day, they give us a show that has a good level of quality, even if we do have like a bum heat, or even if the higher proportion of
Mhm.
songs are songs that aren't that great. It's the quantity of songs that will still give you a good quantity of songs. And it's the performances that remind you that the Lithuanian standard of putting on a national final show is higher than other shows, and that's just because of the level of value they employ in their performances and performance quality.
And then Fancy Pants says, if Sanya can try around 12 times and go to ESC, I believe Asta can too. You know
Exactly.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point
And
blank.
Mark, Lithuanian system works. All of their 2020 entries safely qualify.
Yeah. So who's talking badly about them? They don't understand. They simply do not
Yeah.
understand.
All right. So let's go ahead and go over to Supernova. So Latvia is back, baby. You know what? I'm a Supernova defender. I
Mhm.
had a great time with Supernova last year.
Yes.
This year, I'm also having a good time as well.
We
There's a
yes
bunch
we
of
could we
acts
could
competing.
let's talk about this. I've been so ready. I've been so ready to talk about Supernova.
Okay. I don't feel like saying everybody's names because it's a whole long list. Are there any songs in particular you want to like talk about before we get going?
Oh my god. I want to open the conversation of Supernova with Kaut Kylie Teuntagar. That was probably the second song I've heard in the whole entire national final season, and there is just such a level of advancement with it. That it is
Mhm.
so distinct musically, it is so melodically interesting, it's intellectually engaging, it's soft, but it has like a nice rumble to it that just feels retro but new at the same time, but not trying to be cloyingly so. It's just a good quality song, and that's all I want out of Latvia.
Mhm.
It's just I never skip it every time I hear it, and I've listened to it almost every day. That is the first song I want to highlight.
Yeah, I had that on my list of ones I wanted to talk about too. I genuinely like between this year and last year, I'm like, is Latvia just gonna go back to being like a little indie place to be, like a little indie
I
moment?
hope so. I hope
Which
so.
I would be very happy for because I do like that kind of like indie vibe sound.
Hmm.
And someone's gotta bring it to us. I think that I like with that one in particular, that's probably the one I've listened to the most
Hmm.
from the selection so far because it just tickles my brains in all the right ways.
Hmm. Yeah.
It is genuinely speaking such a great song. Who knows? Maybe it will win. We'll see where this goes in
This is
Supernova,
Latvia,
but
so it won't. That's the thing. This is Latvia. They're not
we
gonna
don't
pick
know.
that.
You don't
They
know.
never pick the masterpiece. It's like they will pick a good song. Don't
They
get me wrong,
picked
but
the
they will never pick
masterpiece
the
last year.
masterpiece. Okay. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fair. No, they did. They did that. So last year does disprove my point. But in
Yeah.
general, that is the case. Damn, talk about
Yeah.
winner of
And
the
then
season. It could be my number one of the season. It could be. That's
we'll
currently
see where
where
that
it
goes.
stands. We'll see.
Okay, so somebody else already, Peter already brought this one up,
Lex
which was
Dina.
Ribbon by Lex Dina. I love
Hmm.
Lex Dina. Okay, like Lex Dina's other music outside of Supernova is so vibey, so
Hmm.
club, so like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a good time tonight. Like,
Hmm.
party
She
music. And
belongs
this
in her
song is
sound
more,
so much. It's
yes.
it's good. It tickles
And
something. It tickles something.
this song is more in line with her sound
Hmm.
than The Water was last year. Because with The Water, we have to remember she was working with a band.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one is very much of her sound. Like it, honestly, I dare say it. In the Just World, she might be like a Charlie XCX character
Hmm.
in our society, and this song is kind of going in with that as well. Like this, like honestly, it also kind of makes me think of. One second.
Ribbon does sound show ready. Oh, looks like I'm holding it down for now. Oh,
Sorry,
hey,
no,
welcome
I hit
back.
the wrong button. I just wanted to bring myself back. I had muted because I had a cough. Anyways, it I dare say it low key gave me like Robin album vibes a little
Hmm.
bit,
Oh
but
yeah.
it's very like train of thought, but we're gonna have fun and go to the club with it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
It felt
No,
it
that
felt
one's fun for me.
it felt like it would be exciting to be performed on an international stage when I heard the song for the first time. I saw staging, I saw how big it can
Hmm.
become. So this could be a shot for her. I do like it better than The Water, even though I really did enjoy The Water too. Like it was I'm really impressed.
Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think because other ones. It's actually kind of funny because Mark brought up two other acts that I really
Mhm.
enjoyed as well, which were Tikasha Sakama and Elpo.
Oh
With
yeah.
Tikasha Sakama, I have a question. Is this a hex code? Because if we're going by hex coding, I like that for a song title and it suits the song itself. So if y'all don't know what a hex code is, it's like your code you type in to get a color.
Mhm.
And 010126 is like a really dark navy blue that's almost black. And I think that kind of suits the way that that ballad works. It's like a
Mhm.
nice deep one, and this has to be staged just right,
Mhm.
but it could be like a really good artistic moment live.
It could be. It's very layered. To me, it was not a first listen kind of a song. It wasn't until I went back and listened to the playlist that I kind of felt like I was diving deeper. And I hope the fact that it is kind of a slow burn isn't going to be detrimental to it. But as you were saying, the staging is going to determine that completely. Because if this is staged badly, it's gonna suck.
Hmm. Yeah. And then Alpo, I thought that was interesting. Again, it's kind of hanging out in that like indie space, but
Mhm.
it's a very interesting take on it. That's like a little off, but in a good way.
I got echoes of like Zala Gasper, you know. I got
Yeah,
almost like
yeah,
a Stebby kind of flavor to that. I am seeing like a lot of stellar universe type angle taken with it. So I feel like if they lean into that, it would be very good. Or they could do a completely different thing with it. It's just very artistically well crafted. Um, yeah, I
yeah.
forget the name of the song, but Elpo.
That was called Blaukus.
Lacus, yeah.
Blaukus, yeah. Do you have any other ones you want to highlight or
Yeah,
talk
let me
about?
just get back over here. So, Let's see.
One of these
Oh
titles
yes.
makes me laugh. Sorry.
So Deot Vien by Paula. This is Baltic sophistication to me. It's just it has that nice rhythm. It has like almost an R&B kind of like delivery back and
Yeah.
forth with the chorus. It's deep. It doesn't it's not trying to be overly vocally impressive. This is just trying to be a good song, and it feels Baltic. Like this feels like it came out of those three cold countries, and I'm obsessed with it. This is one of those songs that immediately follows Teon Dagad for me because it's also Latvian, which I find to be one of the most musical languages on earth. So
Oh
good.
yeah, remember? I think we've had the stance that Latvia should always sing in Latvian
Mhm.
because it's just one of those languages that sounds really good when it's sung. Yeah, I'm just looking. Like, I like this selection. I'm not gonna lie. For me, so far, this is probably the strongest selection because it's so much more like it's got a lot of stuff that's my taste, but also
Mhm.
has like a lot of musical diversity in it as well. I'm gonna say I will defend I Ain't Got the Guts. It is a solid country song. It is not a bad country song. It sounds more country than most country songs from the country that produced country music has sounded lately. And I enjoy it.
I am glad you enjoy it, and I'm glad
I know I'm in
he
the
has this
minority. I know I'm in the
opportunity.
minority here. I know I'm in the minority here. That's okay.
It just makes me chafe like I'm allergic to that song or something. I break out into hives. There's something
Yeah.
about like I understand like yes, this is genuine country, and I do understand like kind of what you're saying in that this has kind of like an unaltered country sound, old fashioned, but it's not that irks me about it. I think it's just the topic and the title and the lyrics
Yeah.
that are
I
making me
I
like,
think it
ooh,
works. All of it works.
I'm not for this. But hey, if it works, it works. Because this does sound like it could carry itself to a pretty good result in Supernova. But
Yeah.
yeah, like there's something about it that just makes me cringe deeply.
It's okay.
But don't listen to my opinion on that. If you like it, then you like it.
It's okay. You can tell me I have weird taste. But yeah, this is kind of an interesting little national final. I'm sure to
Ooh,
see.
I do want to highlight
Um,
this comment from earlier because this is true. Latvia chose Sudden Lights in 2023, so they do choose masterpieces, but not every time. I think I just feel scorned by the fact that
oh
anytime
God.
I feel like there is a masterpiece that they need to choose for the betterment of the world, that it doesn't happen because funny girl. Anyways,
Oh, funny girl was it?
hair flip, hair flip. Oh my gosh,
Guys,
how many years am I going to be
I hate
mourning
that
Amoeba?
song.
How
I
many
hate
years
that
am I
song
going to
so
be
much.
mourning Amoeba? Hey, Sudden Lights deserve to get second that year. Don't get me wrong. They deserve to get second.
Hmm.
But I know who deserved to get first, and I defend it every year. Madara, please come back with something like Amoeba someday. Someday it needs to happen. Maybe for the 10-year. Anyways, that's going off topic.
I and side note, real quick, since somebody brought up Sudden Lights, I'm not gonna lie, like their album they put out last year was probably one of my most listened to albums from last year, point blank period.
Mhm.
It's such a great album. Also they have a new single that came out recently that I've been really enjoying too. Like I have my bands I listen to that I find from Eurovision and like I just stick to them.
Mhm.
Like LPS, I will defend them. That's a good band. Okay, guys, it's a good band. I understand disco might not be everyone's flavor, but listen to their other stuff.
I
Genuinely speaking.
anytime I see LPS perform, the lead singer, he looks too much like my brother. Like he straight up looks like my brother. I don't know how to describe it, but he sounds good. And this is the kind of music that my brother likes too. So it's really
Oh my
interesting.
gosh.
But yeah, like
Yeah. But
pour one
no,
up for them.
I trust. I don't know because like somebody brought up another thing, which was, do you think Latvia might choose Robert Ox
Okay,
because he's the only indie slow song?
not indie
Or
slow
somebody
song.
also brought up, oh, not indie slow song. Oh my god. And then somebody else had also brought up our favorite from last year, which was there's so many interesting songs, but watch them pick either Emilia or Robert Ox.
I don't think they're gonna pick Amelia because the song it has so much less of a hook than last year, they're going to have to stage it in a way that changes the dynamic of the show to pick that.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Ox, I feel like, has competitive edge because Europe is currently now in a trend of a stupid beat that, of course, has like some out external cultural imposed into it. We have to have like some level of racial insensitivity in the song for it to be like, ooh, yeah, like this is edgy and unique. And the song itself is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
But like Europe is kind of in like a stupid beat phase, and they're gonna like something that is gonna just be really punchy for a party. I find it distasteful, but that's just my opinion. Like I don't like the song. It's fine. If it goes, then sure it's fine because that's the kind of thing that they would send, but like I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah. So I've got ready to move on to the next topic, which is, I don't know, do you want to do Bulgaria next, I guess? And then we'll wrap it up with Melodifestivalen because Melofest is so meh topic. Like, we can't really talk much. Well, the thing with Melofest is we can't really say much because we don't have the songs. We don't have the snippets yet.
Yeah.
So,
before we do that, like let me just recap a couple of these comments here. I love Funny Girl, don't diss Laura. I will diss Laura. I'm sorry. I was that hurt. I'm so sorry. But also, does Laura love Funny Girl?
I'm not gonna diss Laura, but I'll diss Funny Girl. They're two separate entities.
Funny Girl deserves the Funny Girl deserves the diss. Laura, she did her best. And I mean, like, she's not a bad performer. She's just a better song should have won.
I just the other problem I have, God, I don't want to harp on this song for too long. I just don't like songs that have no resolution in the phrasing of the music. Mm-hmm. It makes me anxious and I don't want to listen to it. So like that's why I don't like the song personally. It's just the way it's written is just no one can sing that song and make me like it just because it's not my taste. Mm-hmm. And it's not my taste because it makes me feel anxious and I don't like to feel anxious.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And so with that, we close the coffin on Funny Girl until Supernova next year. We'll bring it up again when it comes up again because it comes up every year because I say so. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
We won't talk about Greece this stream, but hang on tight because we will be announcing that.
Yeah, we'll talk about when we get closer to it. So yeah, Mark. This is Mark. I still don't understand how Bulgaria are choosing their entry. I'm so confused. Okay, so from what I comprehend, because it's giving German national selection, let's be honest. So this week that we just had was the semifinal for picking the artist. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now we have the remaining artist who will be competing on Saturday to then be the artist they choose to have their song happen.
Yep.
Then there's a third show where they'll be picking the song itself.
Uh-huh. Why are they doing this? Like,
Nanolo perfectly. Bulgaria is mixing Germany 2025 selection for the artist with Romania/Bulgaria 2021 selections for the song. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I don't think that the slate of songs is going to be curtailed to the artist. Because, I mean, I watched Bulgaria, you guys. I'm happy that they're performing and that we got a good set of performances. But it was quite cheap. So I'm wondering how they're going to be able to execute that over a number of weeks, especially because they only have so much time to sit with the artist that ends up being selected. But what was your exposure to Bulgaria so far, or at least kind of what happened yesterday?
I was very, what is happening? I these national selections where we're choosing an artist separate from a song just always feel confusing to me, because like you can get a great artist but then have a song that makes you go, you know.
And so, like, I'm kind of put in a strange position too, having watched Bulgaria, because these songs that they did perform are previously released songs of theirs. So they aren't technically competing in the national selection, but they cause placements. They cause their placements in who makes it into the national selection. That
and
is
I think
confusing.
it's a good thing.
to
It's a
me.
good thing to have them sing their own songs though too, because at least it's not covers. You get an idea of who they are as an artist when they're singing their own stuff. So that kind of helps you guide in to see what direction they might go in when it comes to getting an actual song when they team up with a songwriting group. You know?
And a couple of them were really good is the thing. There were,
Yeah.
I believe, 5 or so out of the 15 that I thought, wow, like I am really impressed by this performance and I'm really impressed by the song. Whatever they pick among these, they do have a good number of options. But 2 of the ones I like didn't qualify. So
Hey, I mean,
c'est la vie.
they've got someone on there who has had top 10 singles in Bulgaria over the course of the last decade. That's a good sign, you know, that you're getting someone who has staying power on the charts, you know, in your own country. That's a positive. But yeah.
Do I think it's going to be an intelligent music project kind of situation song?
No, absolutely not.
What I was gonna say is I don't know if I can write that off. I don't know if that's impossible.
I don't think we're gonna get that. I don't think we're gonna get something that dire ever again.
Because
for all we know, they can have the symphonics and the wings again ready to pop out. And if that's the case, Bulgaria, do what you need to do. Because I miss a symphonic song. I miss our yearly dosage of a symphonic song.
They can do that. They can bring the symphonic song. And I feel like they can bring that with a good number of these acts. But Intelligent Music Project was the last thing that happened, you guys. And that was the first Eurovision song that Lily and I ever talked about when we started streaming. So that was a challenge. Now, Intelligent Music Project, you can diss.
I feel like calling it product. How's Dad taking the divorce? Not well. That if that's not divorce dad music, I don't know what is. Yeah, again, Peter Hadich says, "Give me another Bones, give me another Bones, give me another Beautiful Mess, give me another Nobody But You, give me another." Like, I miss our yearly symphonic songs.
Nobody But You was Austria.
I know, but it was written by the Symphonics. That's why I brought it up.
It was written by the Symphonics. Oh my gosh, 2018 I buried that year mentally so deep. I completely forgot about that. But
and I will tell you this, out of the top 3, that is the song that aged the best out of the top 3 that year.
Oh, without a doubt. I heard that song came, I'll get like, okay, so I have a masterpieces playlist, a Eurovision masterpieces playlist. That song came up and it straight up felt like this song could have been produced in the United States with just how soulful it is. It just evokes something so pure. And yeah, Symphonics, that would be the magnum opus, I would say.
I wouldn't say necessarily. So Fancy Pants says, can we just bring back Victoria, Polly, Equinox, and Christian for Bulgaria? I don't like it when we necessarily just keep bringing back the same artist for each country. Like my thing when it comes to the contest and when it comes to national finals is I'm using these as a way of discovering newer artists. So like my bias is like always going to kind of be, I don't just see a name that already competed at one point and get excited, you know?
And also like just kind of given this slate of artists, Victoria, I don't feel like she's going to be able to chase that kind of like same momentum that she had back then. Also, that performance last night was a choice. Polly, I'm not quite seeing it. Equinox, I don't know if they're still together. And Christian, Zhongguoren, he's Chinese now. So
oh right, he went on that Chinese show.
He was.
That show was crazy. No. I don't care.
Yeah, like
that show is insane. That show is so much fun to watch, though. Like
it was, and he was so good.
Like, oh man. Now I'm just thinking about Rotten Mango. Rotten Mango's like a true crime YouTuber, but she also like talks about Asian pop culture stuff on one of her channels. And like she literally was talking about like in the later season of that same show. And like I was dying of laughter, like just listening to her describe everything that was happening and like translating what Chinese people were saying online about that season. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's and other seasons of the show. So yeah.
Yeah, I also
Anyways,
recommend her for like insights into Asian culture that we might not find on the English speaking internet. I second the recommendation.
I do enjoy her video. If you like a true crime podcast, I would recommend her.
Mhm.
Also, if you like a pop culture podcast or other shows, I would recommend too. But yeah, no,
Mhm.
I just like whenever I think of that show, I think of her describing it. Okay, so I'm ready to talk Melodifestivalen. That's gonna be our wrap up. Melfest is
All
back.
right.
We have a heat coming up, which we will have the following acts competing: "Half of Me" by Grisula, "Woman" by Jacqueline, "Brusale" or by Noltu, "Copacabana Boy" by Junior Lernin. Then we have "Beautiful Lie" by Indra, and personally, the one I'm the most excited for, "Iconic," which is an iconic name for an iconic group, 18s. I know I just said I don't want to just keep bringing back the same artist every year, but like, let me have my millennial cringe moment and just be happy that 18s is competing at Melfest. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
I mean, 18s, it's not just the fact that it's not just the fact that this is like a nostalgia bomb for everyone who grew up in that era. They bring a level of performance to the shows where they seem invested in what the stage is going to look like and how and every second is going to be performed. They are very seasoned, and it's going to be executed well no matter really what the song is. I haven't loved every single one of their tracks historically, but they know how to get a crowd jumping. So, I mean, this is how
You
this
weren't
is
there.
how yeah. This is
You
how
weren't there. You don't understand.
no, I wasn't there yet, but I see what it can be. I see what it can be. What was it like? What movie was that where like they had the credit sequence and it was like really good? It was like some movie. I forget
Lilo
what
and
it was, but
Stitch?
was it Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, the ending credit song was an 18s cover of an Elvis song.
Oh, okay. That's probably what it was. I'm having a deja vu moment. I feel like we've had this discussion before. But so
Yeah.
we do have some thoughts over here. So Fancy Pants says, I'm calling it Jacqueline, Grisula, and will qualify, and 18s will go to the final qualify. So we're seeing 18s as getting a second chance. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
how
can
do you
see that.
pronounce
I don't know where we're going with this.
how I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Is it because I've been saying Gretchula, but that does not feel accurate now? If someone can please correct me, please do. Jacqueline, call the police. Call the police. She was my favorite in 24. She could be my favorite
Yes.
this year around. We need like a good, strong, strutty girl pop song from Sweden again.
Yes.
Please,
I mean, yes. Please.
Snella.
Please and thank you. I mean, what is the do we know the running order? Did I say these in the running order? Because I feel
I
like the running order gives it away at Melfest a lot of the time.
It tends to. And this appears to be the running order. And if so, then it's kind of interesting. Then maybe if 18s were to be the ones to close, then it would kind of increase their edge. Um I look forward to it because I mean like they know a hit. They know their way around a hit.
Okay, and so Fancy Pants says they think it's Grek Zula.
Okay. I think that's how I'm going to decide to pronounce it now. So thank you, Fancy Pants, for helping me with that. Um Marky says,
Yeah.
at least 18s will be fun. I'd rather have fun than something manufactured to win. And that's the thing, too. I feel like what they're gonna perform isn't gonna be Melfest like winner coded against everybody else per se strongly.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Because like my thing is like when someone said Sweden 1996. Oh
Honey, let me hold
yes.
your hand. Let me hold your hand. It's I'm sorry. We're not getting we're not getting that. We're not getting that again in
Sweden
Olo.
won't
I'm
give that to
sorry.
us. Sweden will not give that to us. Oh, but it would be so good.
Imagine though, like imagine. And now I'm just mad at Sweden over the fact that they would never do that again. But
because the thing is, like, it always just feels so calculated for what we can do to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to have fun. Like, some of my favorite entries at Melfest in the past 10 years have been like just straight up lit. There's no reason for me to love carpool karaoke as much as I do. Actually, there is, and that reason is called Nana Hall. But I mean, like, it's just a fun song that's there to have a good time, and like, that's what I want. I want to have a fun song. I want to have a good time, and so if I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get that. If not, then whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sweden, like we did something fun and unusual last year, and I appreciate the angle that we took, but it is time for us to lean back into kind of a female empowerment bop. That's just my opinion, and
Okay.
I feel like Jacqueline can really deliver on that. Like, set the standard again. If you have the production money and all that, then set the standard again, please.
I think Sweden always wants to win the big show, though. Like, that's just how Sweden rolls. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. They are selfish. Jacqueline
my
for the
God.
win. Unfortunately, Black girls tend to struggle in the Nordics. There are anomalies every now and then, like we had
Yeah.
the Mamas, but then again, we have songs that actually have fundamentally artistic distinction, and like Crying Rivers, for example, and that song didn't do well. Any Black girl in Norway is struggling. The Nordics, yeah, they do not tend to lean in that direction, but I think it's also the level of exposure has not been to the point where we're gonna see them quite accept it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell. And speaking of time telling things, I think we're about done here for this week's stream. We'll be back again next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just checking out the calendar because I'm trying to see what's happening next week. Oh, okay. So Supernova's 2 semifinals. All right. So the only shows we'll go ahead and go through some other stuff. I think we'll go ahead and do some Greece, some Finland, maybe.
Yes, because all the songs are out in Finland now, you guys. I mean,
Yeah,
and
we can do
Greece.
some Greece and Finland. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to double check one thing here. Because the 14th is going to be a packed week, like February 14th. So let's go ahead and maybe we could just get Denmark out of the way.
You want to?
Next week. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week if we just get Denmark out of the way. Yeah.
I mean, we do get the Norwegian songs tomorrow as well, and also keep an eye out for the website, you guys. You'll have an article with my explanation about how the wild card situation is going to be handled with that. But other than that, yeah, we are heading it back into the heavier swing of the schedule.
I'm sorry, just this one comment. Also, thoughts on America's Song Contest winner Alexa at Melfest.
This
good for her.
She knows how to play the game. She has been watching Sweden for a long time from her little Oklahoma house where she was speaking Korean, and now, like, it can happen. If it doesn't happen this time around, I feel like she will be out for blood and will not stop until it happens. Yeah, I feel like she's hungry. I feel like she's hungry still.
I don't know. Is K-pop still doing really well globally because of that children's movie, K-pop Demon Hunters? Who knows? That
an asterisk next to it. An asterisk
touch of that.
K-pop. Yeah.
Also, the side note of like American Song Contest was just American Melfest. Let's be honest. So I'm kind of surprised she's the first Melfest, like the first American Melfest artist we've seen at Melfest, and it took this long. Also, I think she's the only artist I've seen live who's competing at Melfest this year.
Oh,
yes, she is.
Wow.
Yeah. So she. Hey, it just so happened to be we were both at the same anime convention.
Should have taken a picture.
So yeah, no, I don't want to take photos of anime concerts. That's kind of like losery. She was performing. She was performing at the at the con. And I was like, you know what? I don't have anything else I'm doing at this time. Let me just go to the concert instead of like other stuff I would normally do at a convention. Mm-hmm. All right. So
last thing, vote for Rayleigh and MGP Cup. Yes, I listened to Hero again for like the first time in like 6 years, and I almost broke down in tears. I want Rayleigh so badly
What's
to
MGP
win.
Cup?
In the MGP, they are having kind of like radio contests where the wild card acts are competing for the 9th spot in the final, and so they're kind of doing it tournament style,
Oh,
day after day. And so, yeah, once we have that cup completed, we will have the roster of songs fully. And yeah, you guys are going to find out more from me about that as we get closer. So it's really
that's
interesting.
fun.
It's a little confusing, so please do bear in mind that there is going to be a little bit of explanation to it. But yes, I am really excited for Rayleigh. I heard a snippet of the song. I haven't heard the full song yet, but Rayleigh, I got you, girl.
But that's fun. I like that.
Mhm.
You
It
know,
is.
if you're gonna do
It
a
is very
wild card
fun.
show, bring it like make it like a little ranking cup, you know, contest thing. I
Mhm.
mean, you can also always do what Vidbeer does. What is Vidbeer? I feel like we need to be talking about Vidbeer soon too. Do I have any Vidbeer
Vidbeer.
dates wrong?
When is Vid
I
beer?
think
Oh my
Vidbeer is like
goodness.
on the 7th. Let me double check. I cannot believe we'll probably have to talk about Vidbeer next week. Let me just double
Hey,
check.
I
I
mean,
think we need to talk about Vidbeer. I mean,
Vid
I
beer.
always want to talk about it.
Vid beer that will be coming up before the Super Saturday that includes the heavy numbers show.
Okay, so yeah, we need to talk about Vidbeer next week. So we will be talking about
Yes.
Vidbeer next week's stream because I think it's the 7th. So we have to talk
Mm.
about it
I have opinions too,
because
so yeah. Girl,
me
let me
too.
tell you.
I
Let
love.
me tell you.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the stream now.
Mm.
Bye. I mean, oh right, Eurovisionfam.com. We have articles and stuff. We are going to be getting more stuff going this week and next week because we're kind of getting into the heat of the season. Don't forget to like and subscribe here on YouTube. Also, we are on like basically every social media site as Eurovision Fam, except for Blue Sky, but that's a whole side story. Anyways, thank you all so much again for joining us, and we will see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.